It is time for Fashion Forward, and today we invited a local designer who took part in the recent Jack's Fashion Runway, a wonderful show. So let's welcome Tanya Bazylska. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting.
Of course. I can't wait to get through the models and your looks, but before that, tell us a little bit about you and what got you into designing.
Originally, I'm shoe designer from Ukraine. I'm shoe designer.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm over 10 years in this field. I worked with different brands. I worked in Europe. I worked in China. I worked deeply in factories with all these manufacturing moments, so I understand a lot of this. But since I was a child, I had a dream to be a fashion designer and make whole look, like all like accessories, shoe apparel,
from top
everything.
to bottom.
Yeah. So my mother had a vintage sewing machine, and when I was a child, I saw a lot how she doing her stuff, and I was so encouraged about this. So, but as I said before, I'm from Ukraine, and when in Ukraine war started, I lived maybe like 1 year in war, and when I left my country, I realized that I just don't have any chance to wait until I will ready to do this decision, and I decided, okay, I will do it. It's time for now. So my previous birthday, my husband and his my relatives, like our family, made a gift for me, and they bring me my very first fashion sewing machine. So last year I spent for learning sewing machine, sewing techniques, draping, pattern making, fashion design, research for fashion collection, materials, like everything.
You just jumped right in, head first.
Yeah. I was so overwhelmed, but I was really inspired. And last month I presented my very first fashion collection here in Jacksonville.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. So yeah.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see kind of what your style is. So how would you describe, and we'll have, is this Alexis up first? So why don't you show us what we've got? So yeah, talk about your style and your vibe.
When I came to USA, I went to New York, and I got my first offer, and I worked as a shoe designer on Manhattan. So I saw a lot of people from morning, like working people from morning to night. They wearing formal wear, like suit and everything like that. You know, like really strong outfits. So
that's beautiful. I love the sleeve too on that, by the way. Yeah, it's kind of like that structured, almost not masculine, but it kind of gives it that look, and then you add the embellishment to make it more feminine.
Yeah, but not like that. I saw a lot of different people. You know, in New York it's very diversity. So I started thinking like, how these people can be yourself when they come to publicity, but then when they come to society, like when you come to society, you want to be acceptable, but in the same time you want to stay yourself. So I want to play with this idea how to be yourself with your identity, maybe with your heritage, maybe with your some ethnicity, but be in society. So this collection about my vision, how I can combine and make this mix of formal wear and identity.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Shanaz.
Tinaj. Thank you so much. And then is this Jade? Jayla, come on in. Yeah, I see what you mean there, though. It's the individuality, but still approachable. Because I think a lot of the times when you see fashion shows, you think that is so crazy. I would never wear that. But this is something that actually you could, especially in a big city too, right? Like rock this. But let's bring it here in Jacksonville. And I love that you did that.
You know, I really love Jacksonville community, because I haven't expected this. I expected beaches, palms, everything like that, but not fashion here. But when I arrived, I realized that there are so many creative people, and I found a lot of friends here.
It's beautiful.
And we can do together something cool.
And who do we have last but not least?
It's my friend Lesia. She also, by the way, she wedding dress designer. She dressmaker, and she agreed to help me today. And so she's designer also.
Everybody looks fantastic. Your style is so cool. So what are your goals? What's your future looking like?
I definitely want to participate in more shows because when I was student, I have this one special moment. I participated in my very first show, and my model with in my heels, because I'm shoe designer, was on runway, and I see this special feeling inside me when I showcase my ideas, my vision into people. So I want to do the same more. I want to feel it more. So yeah, my next goal to develop myself and to show more to people.
Well, you're on the right track. You're already killing it. So thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck with everything. Thank you, beautiful models, for helping showcase that today. And everyone at home, if you'd like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.